Hello world, and welcome back to Kill or Love. So I fell asleep. That was the first thing I did when I got home, but luckily my roommate played super loud music that woke me up at like 9, so that's pretty good. And what's even better is that tomorrow I get to go to work at 9 instead of having to wake up at 5:30. I mean, I still have to wake up at 5:30 to do the roll call, but then I can go right back to sleep. So that means more energy for tomorrow, meaning maybe more videos, at least more videos for the weekend for sure. I want to get in the hang of making 2 videos a day, but on the weekdays it's really difficult. But that's not what we're in here for today. So let's get right back into the game, into the contingency that is Kill or Love. Still no word from the doctor about when I'll be able to get out of here. In fact, I haven't seen him this busy in days. I hope he's just busy. What if something happened to him? It's the paranoia talking again. No, that's not paranoia. That's plain stupid. Anna can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. But I've got to say, if this doctor did disappear, it wouldn't be much of a loss to the hospital, I think. You wouldn't be wrong. I'll have to ask him to give me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head to side all the time I have to look at the sky. Well, at least the weather's bad now. Bad? I'm not looking there as much. It's weird how a little neck pain is causing me trouble with how broken and battered the rest of me is. What happened to you? You didn't explain that. No, I probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. They might up my dosage, and what'll I do then? With my brain turned to mush? Maybe then I'd be happy. That's deep or bad. In any case, I have things to do, and I need a clear mind to do them. I hope that what I'm writing makes sense. I hope I haven't gone down the rabbit hole already, and all I'm doing is scrolling line after line of meaningless kitchen scratch. But that'd be pretty funny, I guess, in a pretty unfunny way. Yep, that summarized what I was thinking. August 12th. Anna's brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. So back into the flashback. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, chocolate especially. And then of course I had to explain where I got them. Huh. Weird. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what? That she's stalking me? You know, it's weird that she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known with how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. She was stalking you, but is the Grace a figure of your imagination? Was it just a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. I think I'll go say hi. I could make something for her too. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. I thought she was just going to give her butter for a second. Yeah, and then you'll need to eat most on your own. Hey, I don't see the point of going to visit her, though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. We're neighbors. I want us to get started out on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that would be nice. I wrapped my arms around her. Of course, you deserve that. But please, find a friend that's not her, okay? Why? Once again, I couldn't properly explain why. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch, a gut feeling I get whenever I was near her. I've at least got to see her for myself, to see if she's really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. The next day in the afternoon, I was lying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that had been with me since the morning. Grace told me she'd be right back. No, you let her go. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and then a smell of freshly baked cookies wafted out of the kitchen. It still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. It really isn't... Ah, shit, I whispered. Ah, shit. I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I would expect. It was like Grace saying, Anna, all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never ever let her out of my sight again, but I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the hell to do. All at once I was telling myself to go there, you coward, but also to stay here, you idiot. Somewhere very far away, a tiny little voice, very, very tiny, little, was telling me I was overreacting. And then there came the sound of glass breaking. It had come from, where else? Anna's apartment. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now there is no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. Are you gonna save her? Or it was a happy accident, maybe? I finally overcame my cowardice. I dashed out from our apartment to hers. Don't be a bloody saint. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood. And Grace kneeling down and Anna stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me there, out of breath and confused. Jack. Oh, I used the wrong voice for her. Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us? No, what the hell is going on? This? Anna waved her hand at the floor, at all the bits of glass, white ceramic actually. There were also scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes, that. Just looking at the blood made me feel sick, like I was going to throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. I've never had the stomach for it, actually. Grace was picking up the pieces of ceramic. There was a little incident. An accident? Yes, what else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. And it was Anna's plate, too. Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. She's cut herself already, look. Huh? She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. But I... Grace checked her hands, turning them around a few times to see from every angle, but found no cuts there. It's not me. It's my blood. What? What are you talking? Anna was, I just noticed, holding her left hand tightly with her right. There was a little blood still trickling from between her knuckles. Oh no! Grace's hands hovered around Anna's. She looked willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? Is Grace evil somehow that I didn't notice? I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna. I'm fine. You don't need to do anything. The way Anna said that was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze? Oh, useless. Frustrated, more frustrated than I'd ever been before, Grace ran off to get the gauze herself. She left me there in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies, huh? A real shame. I didn't get to eat a single one of them. Well, actually... She picked one up with the free fingers of her left hand. Some of her blood got on the cookies. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus. It's not that bad at all. They're still warm. Do you want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it. But I'll forgive you. She licked her lips. I should have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long. She must be flustered, poor girl. So much worried about a teeny little cut. It's not serious? It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. Oh, I can imagine. Anna laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. It's still hard to believe, though, I guess. I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. The wound was thin but long and ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked. Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry. It won't even scar. Stop that. You're really a... I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't nice in any case. What stopped me was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any gauze. Here, what'd you expect? She'd brought a roll of pink toilet paper. I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need it. You don't? No, see? The blood stopped. Anna flashed me a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. Oh, from the blood. What the heck? She's a demon. August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once, but enough of that. After what happened where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page. But no. Still, in the end, I was the only one who cleaned up that bloody mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Ugh, blood cookies, yum. But back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, and it was all my fault. I mean, Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yes. And? Well, I can see why you're still avoiding her, I guess. If that's what you mean. Thank you. She's beautiful. I thought she would be some shy little girl or a crazy cat lady or something. But she's just like a model. What? No! Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. I shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hands. And she wasn't mad when I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace. Jack. You're beautiful and kind and more beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to be with you. My cheeks burned. I must have looked like a rotten tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that, okay? Oh? Grace blinked as if she just woken up. Oh! I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. August 15th. I didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. It's been hurting like a bitch, I guess, these past few days. I gave in and asked the doctor about it. He's fine by the way. Didn't disappear or anything. Must have taken a few days off, I guess. I asked him about the pain. I asked if I could do anything about it. Apparently the pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said. So I guess my leg is healing all right. But it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients must have thought that I was talking to him. The patients here are not the same guys I mentioned before. Maybe one is, but that's all. So they're getting better while you're staying in this hospital. The others went away. To another part of the hospital or home, or maybe to the morgue? Jeez, I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. So I said something about how my leg hurt, and a guy on the bed next to me, a kid actually, can't be more than 18 or 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he's in a lot of pain too. I couldn't understand most of it though. His jaw has been wired shut. Anything he tries to say turns to moans and a lot of drool. What happened to him? Then a nurse came in, not Anna, and told me he shouldn't speak if he wants his mouth to get better, so he shut up. What was his story? Did Anna do something to him too? Not much has happened, but my leg, it's really bothering me. It's a deep pain. It doesn't feel like it's healing. It feels wrong in a way that makes my teeth hurt too. Anna's doing something with my wound, I bet. She's making it infected. I'll stop with the leg now. I have to get my mind off of it. It hurts so much. I'll check where I left off the day before yesterday, and I'll go from there. You're not coming with us? Again? No, I don't feel like it. But Anna is so great to hang out with. Yesterday we went window shopping, and then we went to a cafe, and then we had ice cream in the park. It sounds fun. It was! Anna's a really interesting person. You should get her a chance. I want us all to be friends, okay? So please, come along. No, I'll pass. Sorry. A moment later, Anna came in without knocking. She never knocked anymore. That's creepy. Ready, Grace? Yes, in a moment. Grace heaved a sigh. Are you sure you don't want to go? Yes, I'm sure. Go have fun without me, okay? Okay then, some other time. We kissed. Have fun. We will. Bye. Grace and Anna became friends. Good friends. Very soon after they first met. I was against it, but I found it hard to complain seeing Grace so happy. They spent quite a lot of time together. Whenever I said anything about this, Grace would tease me. She'd say I was jealous. but she would also invite me to come with. I always declined. I eventually got used to it, and things were quiet for a while. Once at the store, I was applying discounts during work hours. It should have been done something before we opened, but something had to be sacking off. I won't point fingers. It was Don, the old guy. So I was in the one stuck wondering what kind of dog food the 20% off should go on, or something like that. The lists they gave us were always terrible, so full of corrections you could barely read them. And she came as I was about to choose at random where to apply the discount sticker. Someone put a hand on my shoulder. Oh, Anna. There was a tightness in my chest, but it passed within seconds. As I said, I'd gotten used to it. She didn't seem to scare me anymore. Hi. How are you, Jack? I'm alright, thanks. Hey, random question. Do you like big dogs or small dogs? Big dogs, I guess. I see. I bent down and placed the sticker reducing the price of the dog food that had been on those wiener dogs on the packaging. He did the opposite of what she wanted. Grace is in the break room, by the way. I know, I was just there. But I wanted to see you. Yeah? Why? I haven't seen you at all for the past week, you know? Didn't you notice? I guess. I was called into work a lot, and you must have been busy here too. Yep, very busy. We should meet often more. After all these years apart, we must have a lot of stories to tell, huh? Yeah, about that maybe. Jack, you mentioned dogs, right? Right. Was that because of Buddy? Who's Buddy? So you really don't remember anything? Nope. I don't remember this Buddy, and I don't remember knowing you either. Of course, now I do know about Buddy. I don't remember his breed or how old he was or anything other than his name, really, but I do know of him. A certain picture book told me. That's really too bad. But it'll all come back to you, I'm sure. Who knows? Buddy was a really sweet dog. You liked him a lot. I shrugged. And he loved you, but then again, that dog loved everyone. He was always so trusting. Too trusting. I'm sure he was. Too trusting? What did you do to the dog? Are you really fine with not knowing about so much of your life, Jack? Yeah, I'm used to it by now, okay? I think I would feel weird if I could remember, actually. I suppose it's easier in a way. There are some things best forgotten after all, aren't there? Yeah. Yeah, of course there are, and I wish some of those things would have had the decency to stay forgotten. Why mention it now, though? Oh, no reason. I was just a little curious. Uh-huh. I didn't believe her. I sensed that there was something in particular she wanted me to remember. I do know what that is now, but I still don't know why she wants me to remember what she did. Is it some kind of form of love, or does she want to finish the job? Is it both? I don't remember. I really don't. Her mind is much of a mystery to me now as it was ever. Her smug face. Jeez, it's the face of wanting to kill me. Interlude. Anna in a Wonderland. Dear Diary. This has been the next part of Kill or Love. Thank you for watching, and we'll meet again in the next contingency.